All right. Here we are again, not again, but for day one. Day one of Vlogmas 2020. So welcome everybody. For those of you who don't know, my name is Anselm Paul. And I am that guy who started a YouTube channel like 2 years ago, put up one video, maybe two then, and then maybe one or two since then, and has done nothing else since that time. As you can see down here, the name of the channel is Tiwitik. It's pronounced Tiwitik. And the idea of Tiwitik is just me wanting to get up into this space and to just talk about some stuff that I have interest in and that may interest you. Some of it may just me talking, some of it maybe just taking you on my day as far as seeing what's going on as it related to any of these things that are down here. History, culture, travel, food, politics, photography, scuba diving, smoothies, facial hair, technology, and the thing that I'm always most curious about and love to explore, and that is God. And we'll have some time to explore all of these things over the next 30 days. Over the next 30 days, we're going to be doing what you see on the screen here, Vlogmas. It's like Christmas, but it's Vlogmas. And so what Vlogmas is that from December 1, that's today, all the way through December 31, I'm going to be posting a video every day, a vlog every single day. Probably not going to be very long, and we're going to be just walking through a couple of things, and really what it does is it kind of helps me as a wannabe content creator get into the habit, get into the mode of doing things like this. Some of them will be live, like tonight. This is actually a live stream, so there's no real polish, no real edits. You see, it wasn't really a bumper, although I can't put a bumper on these. I gotta figure that out. But what you're gonna see is some of them being live, some of them I may shoot and do some editing if I have the time to do that. As we talk about some of this stuff, history. I happen to be a history buff, particularly early American history, and biblical history, some of those things, some of the world history parts of that, how I'm a big World War II, World War I history buff. Would not mind getting into talking about some of those things, and particularly how those things impact things that are going on in our world today, and how they may mirror or resemble some of the things that we see happening in our world today. So we will probably spend some time on that. I know that bores a lot of people to death, just some of the typical cultural stuff. I did not know. I live in South Florida, and I was out at a Target. I shouldn't say the name of the. I was out targeting some sales today. Let's do it like that. And I didn't know that sagging now, that thing where guys roll around with their drawers down, like it was cold in South Florida today, and I found out something I never knew before, that you can sag in layers now. I saw it. I was like, yo, the people sag in layers. It's like there was jeans, some shorts, some boxers, and some drawers, all of that. Just, it was like, and it was sagging in layers. That's like, I didn't think that was a thing anymore, but apparently it is. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, that was interesting. We'll be talking about some cultural issues, travel. Before the pandemic, my wife and I used to love to travel, go around different places, see different places in the world. I've been lots of different places I'd like to talk about. Some places I have not been that I'd like to talk about. Got some videos from some places that we have traveled, and we'll get to share some of that stuff along the way that might help you if you plan to do some traveling. It's if again things change and travel seems more inviting than it does right now. Food. My wife and I, we do some stuff in the kitchen. We've got some. Oh, I should have given you some. Put some B-roll together next time. In the kitchen, where we are a plant-based family. So everything that we do is strictly plant-based for the most part, I think. And lots of things to learn in that world. So some of you who are maybe interested in the plant-based life, trying to adjust your diets, trying to be a little bit more healthy in your kitchens, I'll take you right back over there. Is my kitchen. I'm actually kind of set up in my kitchen just about. And we'll do some stuff, teach you how to do some of the things that we do, just share some tips that we have learned along the way. Politics, isn't that fun? I almost, I started this channel a long time ago when politics was not what it is right now. So I'm politicked out. So we might not spend a whole lot of time on politics. But photography, I'm an amateur photographer. Love to get into that world, into what's happening in photography, particularly with cameras and equipment. I've started accumulating some stuff, may be able to do some reviews, talk about some things that may help you along the way if you're a starting out photographer and wanting to just know what I know. I'm going to tell you what I think I know. By the way, that's what Tiwitik stands for. This is what I think I know. I claim to be a master or an expert on almost nothing. So I'm going to share with you what I think I know, and hopefully you'll be able to build on some of those things. Scuba diving, love to scuba dive. Started scuba diving when I was 13 years old. Again, some topics on destinations and equipment, some video, all of those things we'll share with you. Smoothies. I used to manage a restaurant for a little while. It was again a plant-based restaurant, and I made Cappy's Cocoladas, which was a designer smoothie, and we'll be able to get back in the kitchen and make some of those, and we'll walk you through what we do with smoothies. I love going to smoothie shops wherever we travel. I always got to stop at a new smoothie place and check out what they do and how they do it, and see if it meets the standard of the Cappy's Cocoladas. All right, what do we got next? Facial hair. Oh my goodness. Some of you, if you saw me about 3 years ago, I would be a different person. I had beard that was like down to about here, and it was I missed my beard. Shaved it off on a whim. It would have been like down to my belly, I guess, by now, and I miss it. We had some really fond moments together, and it's like we're old friends. And when somebody died, I feel like I'm still in mourning. One of these days we're going to have to resurrect the beard, but we'll talk about some of the things. You like your man's beard. If you are the man and you like growing it out, how do you keep it? What do you do with it? Again, boring stuff for some folk, but I don't really care what's boring to you. I'm talking about what I want to talk about because it's my channel and it's my show. You don't have to watch, but I'm having some fun. We'll check that out. Technology. I didn't initially have this in the original lineup. Was the technology stuff, but obviously since 2020 has hit, many of us, because of our work lives and areas, we've been thrust into a world of having to learn and engage technology on a whole different level when it comes to things like live streaming and again video and cameras and computers and all of those things, and for me that's even moved into things like lighting and audio and just all kind of other little gadgets we'll get to talk about. I know there are some of you that are contemplating having to get into this world to promote your work or your business, or you're doing it for work, or you've got a startup, you're an entrepreneur, and you're realizing that in the days ahead that this is going to be the space where you do business, where you engage relationships. And so I know there's tons of videos out there in YouTube world and elsewhere that will help you build some of that stuff. I'll share again what I know and what I've experienced along the way. God, that's the last one. God, I what I do for a living. I spend a lot of time talking about God, and there's nothing more special and more invigorating than talking about not the theory, not the concept, but the the person, if you will, that God is. And hopefully through all of this, we'll get to share some things on it. So this is how these are going to be themed. When you come to the channel and you pop in, I'm going to work on organizing the videos, and each one will have an edition. So it'll be either a Tiwitik history edition, Tiwitik culture edition, travel edition, food edition, photography edition, etc. So if you're not interested in the scuba diving and you just want to come and check out some of the travel stuff or the food stuff, then you'll just scroll and find the food edition category on the channel there. I want you to subscribe to the channel. That's going to help out. I'd love to get at least to the 100 subscriber mark. Today is the first day of my Vlogmas. Again, I'm going to be doing this, spending about 15-20 minutes every single day for 30 days. I'd love to get to the 100 subscriber mark so that I can get that little unique name for the channel. Right now it's all those little XY 2743 PQR, etc. That's how they give those the URLs. So subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell. Every time I go live or every time I upload a video, you'll get notice that I'm providing some content here, talking about some things. If you've got some questions about any of the things that I've talked about that you just want to get my perspective on, then let's drop a comment in the chat below, and I make sure that I will read all of them and I will respond to each and every one. As long as y'all don't send me like 1,000 of them a day, then I can get to them. All right, appreciate the time. Again, I'm not going to keep you long every day. I appreciate you tuning in. Subscribe to the channel and we will see you on tomorrow. By the way, the timing that I'm going to put these up, and I'm saying tomorrow now, you may be watching this at some point in the future. The timing we're talking about is going to be, this is December 1, 2020. On tomorrow, December 2, we're going to be doing one more in our Vlogmas series. Hey, I'd encourage you, get out there, you do a Vlogmas, and you get in this thing, and I guarantee you, you try it, spend some time in it, just getting familiar with your equipment. Listen, even if you're just taking a cell phone and just shooting some content, talking to the camera, you're going to build some skill sets along the way that's going to help you really engage people in a way that I think, over time should be, if you do it well and if you do it right, it's going to be very gratifying to you. It's going to enlarge your sphere of influence, your community, to be able to just, especially if you love people. If you love people and you like dealing with people, you'll be very successful in this. But besides being successful, we know that people can make a lot of money, or at least they used to be able to make a lot of money in YouTube by doing videos and stuff. Again, I'm going to say this probably every day. If you get into this, do what you love, do what means something to you. Do it because you want to make a difference in the world around you, and I guarantee you, you'll have fun and your viewers are going to enjoy you. God bless you, everybody. I will see you on tomorrow with Vlogmas 2020 Day 2 coming up in just about 24 hours. Have a good night.